Hi everybody, it's Andrea from Hey Susan Card Reading, and it is time for your Nature Circle new moon reading. And the new moon is today. Um, and I have done this reading midday. Usually I do these readings early in the morning, and I like doing them early in the morning, but today, this time I did it midday, and I actually came outside, and I love doing these readings outside, so I would so much rather be out here doing them. As you can see, today is a beautiful day here, but we are getting a big snowstorm tomorrow, so it's going to be cold. So good thing I have to do this today. So I have done two Nature Circle readings, two Nature Circle spreads. One for the first half of February, and then the other one is for the second half of February. And these are the cards that came up for the first half. It's pretty bright out here. So we have azure for the color, blue heron for the animal, prayer feather for native spirit, watermelon tourmaline for crystal, and the yew tree for the tree. So basically, to tie it all together, this is what I gather from it. So the azure color is about sort of protecting yourself, protecting your truth from others. So knowing yourself, trusting yourself, knowing what you feel is right for you and for your choices, and not worrying about what other people are thinking or what other people would do. It's about your you being empowered by your own strength and your ability to know what you need to do. The blue heron is it's just really, really similar to that. It's standing up for what's right for you. And then again, also, you might be surrounded by people who don't agree with you or don't feel the same way. And it's about just, again, being in alignment with your truth and your strength for what you feel is right. And a lot of autonomy and independence with this. So standing really firm in what you think and what you know is true, what you know is right for you. Prayer feather. So prayer feather, there goes the garbage truck. Prayer feather, knowing that you're not alone. This is the problem with doing this outside. Okay, knowing that you're not alone and that love is flowing to you, around you, from you, and not letting the small things sort of define your day or define your month or your week. Those small things that are aggravating you or frustrating you or scaring you, those are little things that do make up your day, but they don't have to completely wipe out your day. So knowing the love that's around you is surrounding you, even though you might have these other distractions. And just, knowing yourself, the majestic you, and that you're not alone. Watermelon tourmaline. When I first looked at that, I thought of fun and juicy, obviously, watermelon. But again, this is also about forgetting the small stuff, forgetting the small little things that are, maybe scary or negative. Again, realizing that you have peace inside and you have joy, and you just naturally have that natural joy, and let it out despite those small things. And just acknowledging yourself and your power, and just sitting with yourself and realizing, you have the power, and you know the truth. You know what you need to know for yourself. And, letting those little things be there. You're aware of them, but they don't have to define how you are. And the yew tree is part of the trunk suit, I guess, in that deck that I have the trunk. So very grounded. So wisdom, protected. And it highlights regeneration. So perhaps those things that are bugging you, that might not, you're not letting them overcome you, but those things, maybe it's time to look at what those things are in a different way. Maybe it's time to look at them from a different perspective, and then that regeneration part will happen because you've changed sort of the way that you look at something. So that is the first part of February 1st to the 14th. So a lot of just supporting yourself and connecting with your power, and that you have the power to look at something maybe in a different way, and you have the power to change it to be a more positive or more exciting instead of fearful. Okay, so that's the first part of February. Now the second part of February, these are the cards that came through. We've got Jade, Honeybee, Great Mystery, Numite is the crystal, and Eucalyptus in reverse. So I'll just talk about what that means. So what I get from this reading is actually, it's kind of a nice overview that comes after the first part of the month about seeing all your small successes and noticing all your steps and noticing the seeds that you've planted, and being patient with the progress, and being patient with maybe seeing the progress, feeling the progress, and just knowing that what you've done is coming. So jade, the color jade, is about taking action. So again, if you've been kind of putting things off, now is maybe a good time to start working on them. Do it with love. Your goals are going to be supported. And the color jade is all about serenity and love and nurturing and tranquility. So whatever you're doing, whatever's coming up for you the second half of the month, thinking about that jade color, that beautiful green color, and just feeling the love and support that you have. The honeybee focuses on compassion and forgiveness, and maybe focusing on other people in your life that maybe you've judged in the past, and taking the time to sort of be compassionate to them, and then use the forgiveness for yourself to not to realize what you were judging those people on, and maybe seeing that some of that stuff that you've judged somebody else on is actually part of you and part of something that you need to focus on yourself. And since it's with the action, that could be the action of the second half of the month is actually working on those things, working on the compassion and forgiveness towards other people and ourselves. Great mystery is trusting, believing in yourself, trusting actually that what you've done is enough, and that all the hard work that you've put into something is going to come. The success is going to show itself, and just to be, just to have faith that everything is going to be okay, and that what you've planted, might take some time to grow, and it's being taken care of. Just the feeling of being aware that the universe is supporting you and has seen your hard work and is there to bring forth what you're working for, but it sometimes might take some time. And Numite, the crystal, is also, that is about, is maybe sometimes feeling like your progress is slow, and sort of maybe not seeing goals being met, but just knowing that there's all these little steps that you've had to do along the way, and So being patient with that. And the eucalyptus being in the reverse is, excuse me, highlighting maybe not to be too serious or too anxious about the details that you've been maybe organizing in your mind or looking at, like making a pros and cons list about what sort of decisions you need to make or you should make, and just kind of letting some spontaneous thoughts come through, spontaneous maybe just love coming through, instead of being too serious about what should you do and about the details and that. So again, that second half of the month is noticing your work, noticing your steps, list them, be aware of them, so you can acknowledge that you've done lots of work, but it might not feel enough right now, but the progress will come. So that is the 2 readings for the month of February, and I hope that it reaches you. I hope it reaches your heart, and I hope it resonates with you, and I hope you all have a beautiful and wonderful February. Bye.